What's up, guys? Zenigami here. We're gonna go through the Int Doflamingo raids. That's right, that is Int Doflamingo. He is the same thing as the Dex Doflamingo, except each one of these have a type restriction, and each one of these have a special gimmick compared to the Dex one. So we're going to be using this is going to be versus the fighter version of Int Doflamingo, 60 stamina. We're going to be using a Gear 4 5+ Luffy fighter team. The Garp here is easily replaceable with almost any other fighter. We're using him mostly for because he's a side character, and also because he manipulates orbs, and we can use him to change our orbs around if we get bad stuff. So the big thing on this version of Doflamingo is that if you use an orb manipulation special, he will shuffle your orbs. He also has a badly matching orb matching orb rate down on this fight. So we have low chance of getting matching orbs, and if we use an orb manipulating special like Garps or anything else that manipulates specials, like Senior Pink special will give himself a yellow orb, so Senior Pink will cause Dofi to change all your orbs around. Stages 1 through 4 are exactly the same as before. Big thing on this team is we are going to be using our Sanji to help give us a 1.75 times fighter attack boost, Bellamy to cut his defense or cut their health by 10%, and also to boost our orbs by 1.75 times. I'm gonna take a hit from this guy on purpose, and then we're gonna get him below 20% health, where he will skip his attack. One more, below 20%. There, he skips his attack, and we get a few extra turns of stalling on the giant. Gear 4 Luffy is going to make anything that's not a quick orb count as matching orbs, so our Bellamy and our Sanji on the bottom rows are guaranteed to get matching orbs. These four guys have a very, very high chance, but technically not guaranteed chance of having matching orbs. And we are going to take out the bottom Doflamingo. Whoops. Don't kill that. We're going to take out the bottom Doflamingo, and then use... Oh no, we're going to take out top Doflamingo in one turn. Use our Thousand Sunny to take a hit from the bottom Doflamingo, and then kill the bottom Doflamingo over the next few turns. So there, you have options. Do you want to kill top Dofi or bottom Dofi first? Top Dofi is going to boost their defense for a few turns. Bottom Dofi will attack you harder, and if you get bottom Dofi below 20%, he will attack you for 100,000 damage. Stage 4, once again, exactly the same. We're going to kill everything. Our specials are done, and it doesn't matter what orbs I have, so we're just going to kill everything on this stage. And we're ready to go. So Dofis will still do the same things as before. Cut your health by half. There's still two of them, 2.4 million hit points, 6,000 attack every 2 turns here, 12,000 attack every 2 turns here. They will reduce your defense by, they will reduce damage taken by 30%. Now that is just for this Doflamingo fight. This Doflamingo has the 30% damage reduction. Use the Gear 4 Luffy before. The bottom Dofi also is the one that changes orbs, so if you want to use your orb manipulations, kill bottom Dofi first. But we're going to be using the Gear 4 before Bellamy, because if you use Bellamy first, then he will put his beneficial orb matcher up, but we want to have Gear 4 Luffy. So although that 10% health cut from Bellamy is not going to do as much damage, use the Gear 4 first so we can get Gear 4's orb manipulation special. Going using every special except for the Garp and Luffy. Garp and Luffy, well, Garp is only if you have bad orbs up here. Luffy is going to be after that debuff barrier goes away, and we're going to focus all of our attacks on this top Doflamingo. Alright. We're going to be using our Thousand Sunny 2 special to reduce damage taken from this Doflamingo, and we're going to get him not below 20%. And we're going to stop right there. Take the hit. Then we have another turn of Luffy, and if we don't kill him this turn... Actually, I could have used my Garp there to manipulate my orbs that I wanted to. Whoops! So Luffy's gonna bind himself. We have one more turn here, though. There we go. That works fine, too. And that's the free-to-play version of this team. You have 30 minutes of running this 60 stamina island. There are 4 different islands. There is the fighter island that you can do for 30 minutes. There is the cerebral island you can do for 30 minutes. And there is the striker island you can do for 30 minutes. Each one of these islands has different mechanics, and we'll go through all those right now. Against the Striker only in Doflamingo raid. Striker in only Doflamingo raid's gimmick is that you can, or you will have 6 enemies on the final stage. So there are going to be 6 enemies with both Doflamingos. Both Doflamingos are still going to have 2.4 million hit points. They still have their exact same attack pattern. The Doflamingos are the Dex Doflamingos, just with a different typing. But now there will be 6 guys. There'll be a few guys with high health. There'll be a few guys with high health. There'll be a few guys with high defense. We're going to be using a double 6 or a 6+ Whitebeard with a... Oh, you've got heal on you. Why? I don't want heal on my Whitebeard. Thank you. We're going to use a 6+ Whitebeard with an Ambush Quest Whitebeard friend. Or our Ambush Quest Whitebeard with 6+ Whitebeard. Double 6+ Whitebeard works really well. If you have a Legend Enel, you could do double Shiro Hoshi with a Legend Enel sub. Because since they only have 2.4 million hit points, if you can just cut their health by a little bit, you can use the 6-star Enel heal special to almost kill both Doflamingos in a single special. Once you get that charged up. And that's one really nice way to do it. We're going to take a lot of hits on these guys right here. Get our health lower. Remember that Ambush Quest Whitebeard turns on at 50%. And 6+ Whitebeard has a 1.5 times flat attack boost for all this time. We're going to take a lot of hits. Ambush Quest Whitebeard, his special, although nice to have, if you get that 40% health cut, that's really, really nice. If you only get the 20% health cut, that's okay too. And if you only have the 10%, you know, that's alright. Not ideal, but alright. Gonna be looking for some orbs here. This team is pretty slow. Oh, it's 1.75 times for Whitebeard, not 1.5. Sorry, it's 1.75 times for Whitebeard above 30%. There we go, below 30% for our Whitebeard. Keep him alive for one more attack. And then we will kill him. Boop. Other teams that work really well on the Striker one are Bartos teams. Double Barto or one Barto and Whitebeard. You could do a double 6+ Whitebeard. You can do the new log. The new log Kid works very well. New log Kid is also a 2 times Striker attack booster. you'll see one of my later teams actually intended to use a log kid friend captain, but I don't have a log kid friend, so no log kids for me because he is very, very new. And you can also use Colosseum Killer as your captain. But with Colosseum Killer, you don't get to heal, but you do have a larger attack boost if you have all matching orbs. Since there is no shuffle, as soon as you get into the final stage, you'll want to use stage 4 to manipulate whatever orbs you can. And whatever you don't manipulate, we're going to be using 6+ Whitebeard special to help give us more orbs, and Killer special to help get those final orbs. So you should be able to get all matching orbs between Whitebeard, manually manipulating orbs, and Killer special. The defense for the stage 4 is fairly low, so you should be able to kill a bunch of those just with your attacks. And there is still the Seahorse with the 6 hit health. So we're going to leave the 2 ones in the back row alive. And that kills that. 7 turns for my Whitebeard means I won't be using a Whitebeard special. Well, won't be using stage 3 to Whitebeard special, but we are very close. Alright. So I am 2 turns off of using my Whitebeard special. Ooh, yay. Great matching orbs. So we have 6 guys here. He will cut our health in half. We're going to be using our Whitebeard special. Remember that Whitebeard also reduces the cooldown of your non-captain characters by 1 turn. Then we'll be using our other Whitebeard for another 20% health cut. Using our Aokiji to lock our orbs. Using Thousand Sunny to do a little bit of damage. I don't think Thousand Sunny actually will kill anybody here. Nope. Too many high defense characters to get 3 high defense characters. And Kaki, we're gonna save the Mirage Temple Nami for later. And I'll just let Jesus take the wheel and we'll just attack where the attacks go. Alright, we'll land a lot of attacks there. This guy is actually going to boost his defense. You should attack the top Doflamingo if you're going to let him survive like I will. So that way if you manage to kill him, then the top Doflamingo will not boost his defense because he'll be dead. And we might be able to kill this one. Mirage Temple Nami, remember to Mirage Temple Nami so you survive. And there you go, there's a striker one down. Now you got 2 more turns. I still have Killer to give me orbs on the final turn if I leave him alive, but this will kill it right here. That's the striker one. A bit slower than the other ones just because you're using Whitebeard, and Whitebeard kind of takes a little bit of stalling to get ready to go. versus the Cerebral only Doflamingo. The Cerebral only Doflamingo has the lowest health of all the Doflamingos. You have 2 Doflamingos with 1.4 million hit points each. That's 1 million hit points less than any of the other ones. But they will preemptively lower your attack by 50% for 4 turns. So we're going to be using this team right here. I have 2 free-to-play teams that we're going to be going over in the guide later, but this is going to be the team we're using right now with Inu Adachi and Momonga. Mirage Temple Nami is going to be very important, so that way we can negate that first attack by Doflamingos, and then we will be using all of our burst on the 4th turn with Nightin to remove paralysis. Inu Adachi special by himself is going to almost kill somebody for us. So we're going to take advantage of that later to almost kill somebody. And I'll take a hit here. And then we'll be using all of our specials to burst on the later turn. Remember that Inu Adachi will get higher attack below 30%, so as long as we're below 30%, the rest of our health doesn't matter. Just keep in mind what your health needs to be. If you're able to kill it in 1 turn, you want to kill the top Doflamingo first, so that way he doesn't put up his defense boost. Otherwise, you want to kill... Well, actually, yeah, you just always want to kill top Doflamingo first. If you can kill top Doflamingo in 1 turn, he won't put up a defense boost, and that is going to be very nice. The bottom Doflamingo, once again, is the one that will... the bottom Doflamingo is the one that will attack you for 100,000 below 20%. I'll get you just a wee bit closer to the 20% bar. The Cerebral team is one of the faster teams you can do. If you have double Inu Adachi, that's going to be probably the best team to use. Otherwise, 1 Croc, 1 Inu Adachi is the next best, and then double Croc is the next best after that. But Inu Adachi special is not affected by that attack reduction, so Inu Adachi special is very, very nice to use if you have him. And if you run out of Inu Adachi friend captains, many of these teams will work, but you're going to want to burst on the 4th turn, just attacking as hard as you can on the first few turns, and then saving everything for that 4th turn boost. Blue Doflamingo, of course, is great if you have Blue Doflamingo as an orb booster. X-Drake, Coliseum X-Drake on a lot of these teams will be nice because you're almost certainly going to be below 30% health, so Coliseum Croc will give you 3 matching orbs, just like Blue Doflamingo gives you 3 matching orbs. What better team to use against Doflamingo but Doflamingo himself? This team, I have a purple, so I'm going to leave the 2 in the back row alive. And look for some matching orbs. Where are some matching orbs? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Doflamingos cut your health in half. They have that 3-turn debuff protection, just like always. I didn't manage to get any really good orbs here. We're gonna target top Doflamingo. We get 3 turns of attack reduction, so that 4th turn is gonna be the one that we're gonna be attacking hard on. And if you're not familiar with Inu Adachi, his special is basically Raid Boss Sabo special, where every single one of your attack gets an increase to it. So Mirage Temple Nami was saved from this. Every other turn, bottom Dofi is going to paralyze you and cut your health. Woo, man, look at that. Look at that damage with all the paralysis. I might as well save that orb. If you can't get rid of the paralysis, you can also kill bottom Doflamingo first, and then get rid of the paralysis for the next turn. Actually, this Nightin's attack is not that high. So if you kill bottom first, you don't have to deal with this paralysis turn here. Thank you. Kuma, gives me, Heraclean gives me matching orb here, matching orb here, matching orb there, and there. And Momonga boost. And let's go. Alright, there you go, guys. That is one version of the team with an Uno friend captain. A Croc captain is a little harder to use because you don't get to get that tons of damage from the Croc special early on. You'll want to burst slowly over 2 turns, 1 turn with a Momonga boost if you're using Momonga Croc. So use your Momonga on 1 turn. Use your Croc and Kuma on the final turn right there to do as much damage as you can. Those are all 3 of the Int Doflamingo raids. The 40 stamina Int Doflamingo raid, guys, is just a bog standard 40 stamina Doflamingo raid. They have 1.3 million hit points each. There is still a restriction. You can bring only fighters, strikers, or cerebral characters, but you can use any of the teams that you could have used on any of the other ones. You still can't use whatever team you want, but it has to be either a fighter, a striker, or a cerebral, and you can of course mix and match in that. So you can use a team with half fighters, half cerebrals if you're using like 5+ Luffy captains or something like that. So whatever team works for you for that one. It still has the 30-minute restriction on it, but it does have a very high drop rate. I have people saying it's about maybe like a 50% drop rate, or even upwards of way higher. Some people say they got like 10 out of 12 runs or something like that. With the Doflamingo raids, they will be here for 1 week. They'll be here from the 8th to the 15th. This very first day, they're going to be out for 6 hours. They'll reset not at update o'clock, but at the new day rollover, which is it's 8 hours after update o'clock. What time is it? Or how much time is it? 6 hours left. So that means 12 hours after update o'clock. It's new day. It's midnight for Japan time. So 12 after update is when they reset this. For the first Doflamingo raid is out for 12 hours, and then 24 hours for every 30-minute Doflamingo raid after that. They will still be 30 minutes for every single day for that week. If you click on Chopper, click on that third button, these are the quests available for this 1 week period with the Int Doflamingo raids. Basically, the quests are to do each 60 stamina Int Doflamingo raid 30 times throughout the week period. So for this first one, this is the fighter section. It tells you how many runs I've done so far. I did 7 runs on the fighter section. And if you do 3 runs, you get Princess Turtle. If you do 5 runs, you get Rayleigh points. 10 runs, you get Cotton Candy. 15, you get Forbidden Tomes. 20, you get defense books, 3 of them. 30 tomes, you get 2 universal skill books. And the same thing for strikers. This next section is strikers. So turtles, Rayleigh points, Cotton Candy, tomes, books, almighty books. And then for cerebral, same thing. 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So if you do each one of the difficulty 30 times in this week-long period, you get all the rewards. And you also note that since it's 6 or 7 days, you have to do either 4 or 5 runs per day in order to get all 30. If you do 4 runs per day, you'll be just short. If you do 5 runs per day for the week, then you'll do more than necessary. So 4 or 5 runs each day, which means as long as you have a team that can beat it within 5 minutes per run, you'll get all the rewards. The 40 stamina Doflamingo does not have quests associated with it. The 40 stamina Doflamingo is just for people to get as many copies of the Doflamingo as they can. If you don't know what the Doflamingo does, the Doflamingo is the same thing as Int Doflamingo, with a few, very, very few minor changes. First of all, he starts at a, where are you? First of all, he starts at a 23 turn cooldown, so you need fewer skill ups to max him out, since he is only going to be here for a week. He starts with 2 sockets, and once evolved, gets 3 sockets. So he will have 3 sockets, which means, and if you're asking for my recommended sockets, I will say Bind, Despair, Heal. Because you always want Bind and Despair in your teams, and Heal is a nice third. So Bind, Despair, Heal would be my recommended if you want to ask me about that, because I know you freaking will. He is still a slasher-driven character and has the same captain and same special ability, same double health attack for slashers, and boosts orb by 2 times, and lets you move them twice, just like raid boss, just like regular Dex raid boss Doflamingo, just now with a cool purple flavor. Guys, I've been Zenigami. Max out your Int Doflamingos. Yes, he will probably be back at some point in the future. If he does come back, I imagine what they'll do is they'll, in a few months, maybe half a year, something like that, add him to the unlockable button and let you unlock him with gems or something like that, or just bring him back at a future point. So he almost certainly will come back if you do not manage to get him maxed out, but try to get him maxed out now because it'll be a lot easier than later. I've been Zenigami. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you can go to twitch.tv/Zenigami and watch me live, or subscribe on patreon.com/Zenigami to keep me doing this as my full-time job. And y'all stay beautiful.